Glad you could join us today on FFR. Welcome to the program. I'm Ayola Kasim. Doubling the global share of renewables by 2030 would dramatically decrease emissions harmful to human health. This will save up to 4 million lives per year by 2030. And the good thing is, the renewable energy sector employed at least 8.1 million people directly or indirectly worldwide in 2015. Here in Africa, there is an increase with a conservative estimate of 61,007 jobs in 2015 as new projects came online. Today, we start the program focusing on how one of the companies here in Nigeria is contributing to this figure.
We are on a mission to help change the world.
Femi Oye is a co-founder of SME Funds, and through his leadership, the organization developed a social networking platform known as the Carbon Credit Network in Lagos. This network deploys technologies in a bid to bring an end to kerosene generation by the year 2020. To Femi, the project is personal.
I lost my grandmother to this same problem called black carbon. She was diagnosed when I was 9.
The Carbon Credit Network is Africa's first carbon trading platform to remove the barriers to widespread and adoption of renewable energies, clean technologies, and wealth creation patent after the United Nations Kyoto Protocol Carbon Finance Mechanism. The network has been in operation for 4 years.
We've been able to live a better environment by using green technology products. So we find out that if we can create more awareness and people can be more informed about the need to salvage the environment, this global warming we are talking about, the climate change we are talking about, can be taken care of by the use of clean and green technology products.
Currently, the network has 52,300 entrepreneurs who have over 149,000 carbon offsets, valued at over $18 million.
And in this partnership, we have been able to impact more than 4 million lives in Nigeria. Customers that are benefiting from clean technology products. We have created millions of jobs as well through a partnership of about 45,000 green entrepreneurs across Nigeria. 80% of them are women, and these women are earning an average of about $1,000 every month from this opportunity. And direct and indirect impact of our programs continue to grow. We have displaced more than 5 million liters of fossil fuel, and of course we are connecting more businesses, hairdressers, we are connecting people that are barbing salons, we are connecting shops, solar powered refrigerators, we are building clean and green houses through waste. We put it together and we're able to mold block through it, and we are building that, and put all of this together, we are able to create opportunity to those entrepreneurs, to those jobless people, or those people that are without any source of income, to be able to help us push this message across. Thereby, we are able to create the future that we want to see.
Investment in renewable energy was higher in the world's poorest countries than the richest ones for the first time in 2015. As well as helping to combat climate change, clean energy offers developing countries long-term affordable energy solutions.
What we now need to do is to create awareness for this, what I call a shared vision, whereby the private sector and the public sector can come together and start using this knowledge to begin to seek solution to our challenges that include waste, challenges that include energy inequality, challenges that include unemployment. So we have an opportunity to do that by catalyzing the collective intelligence of the globe.
Despite the changing economics of energy, many still question the feasibility of scaling up clean technologies. A common refrain is that renewables are too intermittent or too hard to integrate into the grid to quickly meet 100% of our energy demand. Between 1990 and 2010, the number of people with access to electricity has increased by 1.7 billion. And as the global population continues to rise, so will the demand for cheap energy. A global economy reliant on fossil fuels and the increase of greenhouse gas emissions is creating drastic changes to our climate system. This is having a visible impact on every continent. However, there has been a new drive to encourage alternative energy sources, and in 2011, renewable energy accounted for more than 20% of global power generated. Still, 1 in 5 people lack access to electricity, and as the demand continues to rise, there needs to be a substantial increase in the production of renewable energy across the world. Ensuring universal access to affordable electricity by 2030 means investing in clean energy sources such as solar, wind, and thermal. Adopting cost-effective standards for a wider range of technologies could also reduce the global electricity consumption by buildings and industry by 14%. This means avoiding roughly 1,300 mid-sized power plants. Expanding infrastructure and upgrading technology to provide clean energy sources in all developing countries is a crucial goal that can both encourage growth and help the environment. Nigeria is projected to have a share of 2% of modern renewable energy use by 2030 if a doubling of renewable energy share is achieved. Nigeria currently needs a combination of on-grid and off-grid sources to meet its energy needs. At the moment, the country generates up to 80% of its electricity from gas-fired power plants situated in the south, while just about 14% is generated from hydropower stations in the north. The highest peak of power generation was reached in 2015 when 5,075 megawatts of electricity was supplied. However, the level has halved since the incessant destruction of gas pipelines by militants began in early 2016. Experts have predicted that energy demand in Nigeria will hit 250,000 megawatts by 2030. The crisis in the sector therefore need urgent attention.
Policy framework are already developed. We are overburdened by this, but we need action. Action by government creating this enabling environment, bringing partners together and bringing all the linkage that is needed to entrepreneurs like us and to enterprising organizations like us. Imagine if we have organizations like Carbon Credit Network that can scale to impacting over 3-4 million lives in Nigeria. We have 20 of that scale. Then we wouldn't be talking about job problem or we wouldn't be talking about poverty anymore. So our banks also needs to begin to look at how they can work around the policy, the framework that government has to support more enterprises.
Recently, the federal government had a power purchase agreement with 12 firms for the construction of solar power plants in 8 states across the federation that will generate 975 megawatts of electricity. Up to 2.5 billion naira will be invested into the 12 solar plants that will be located in Enugu, Nasarawa, Kaduna, Katsina, Sokoto, Bauchi, and Plateau states, as well as the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja. The federal government says the development is part of its larger plan to diversify electricity generation, which, if implemented well, could give the country some level of security in the nation's energy supplies. The growth in the renewable energy industry stands in contrast to trends across the broader energy sector, given that the total number of renewable energy jobs worldwide rose in 2015, while jobs in the broader energy sector fell. In 2012, the world relied on renewable sources for around 13.2% of its total primary energy supply. And in 2013, renewables accounted for almost 22% of global electricity generation.